Alright boys, so you remember Trunks? The truck we just got detailed. I'm actually working on the video right now. We're just getting that updated. So, I told you guys in that video that it was getting new doors, new seats, new carpet, all that. So this will be all rubber and whatnot. We're not focusing on that. What we're going to be doing, this truck just keeps getting more and more. So we're going to leave it right here. We have to pull the hood. He's getting the hood painted. He's got two white fenders that are going to get painted for it, so we need to pull the fenders, the hood, which means the headlights need to come out, the bumper's perfectly fine, and the doors need to come off, which then means I need to strip the doors, so I need to take all of the interior and like all of the interior stuff and pop it on the new door. So this is where we're pretty much at right now. Dude's trying to make this truck as perfect as possible. We do have a track bar tuner and wheels and tires coming. So there's that. I know, probably sound like a broken record at this point. Start getting some of this stuff pulled off. Yeah, I guess he's gonna paint the hood black. So that also means I gotta pull the grill and all of that stuff. All right, we got the grill and the hood. I set the grill aside. Unfortunately, most of these little tabs were broken. I'll show you guys on the hood over here. Keep in mind, this thing's getting repainted black, but all these little guys here wanted to not work. You can see that. So we're setting all the hardware inside the grill. Some of them were good, some of them were not. It's just typical with older trucks, especially ones that are plow trucks. We got these here. You can see these little clips, which we can put those back in. Basically, you release these clips and then these things pop right out. Super easy, basically just like that. Unfortunately, I need two hands or I'd film it, but basically you just put it back in there, two hands, and then you push it the whole way down. And that way when you put it back in the thing, you see in there, give me a second here. You just push it the whole way back in, slide it down, and then it clips. And then you do the same thing. There's a little spot right there, stick a screwdriver in, pull it right out. I didn't know how they worked either at first. I ended up breaking one a while back on my tailgate, but all you do is just pop that back in there. It goes the whole way back down in. Boom, done. That's just coming apart pretty good. We got the headlights out. Unfortunately, these bolts, obviously, they love to stick. Happened over here on this side as well. We got the whole upper cowl off, which allows us to get the top bolt for the fender. There's just a clip here. You pull the windshield wiper off, and then there's just a bunch of clips. So we'll be able to clean up and vacuum all of this stuff as well. To be able to get the lower windshield cleaned. But now we're gonna start going for these fenders. So I'm gonna try to leave the bumper on. I'm not 100% sure if I can. I know there's the two bolts down here. I think I can, but we will see. All right, there be the first fender. You guys can see. Top part of it's decent, other than that spot there, but said it's all getting replaced. Everything underside looks pretty decent. Here's the frame. It's not that bad. I'll probably take over, smack some of the scaling off, but I mean, for a plow truck, it could definitely be a lot worse. But we're slowly cracking away. Want to be the poor sucker that has to mess with those coolant and tranny lines, because those fuckers are not coming out. All right. Wow, they're doing the roof today, so ignore that. We got the antenna all out. And by being able to pull all this, here's the antenna cable. It goes through, back up in there. I was able to get underneath, you know, pull this all off, and then do the vacuuming underneath of it. So we will install that later down the road. I'm gonna get this thrown in the back. So front fenders are off, hood is off, bumper is off, or everything besides the bumper. We did not need to take the bumper. Now we're gonna start shooting for these doors. Gonna get the whole interior popped off. All right, door panels, you guys know, are pretty simple. You got a bolt, a screw up here, a screw down here. You get the 10mm bolt in here, and then two bolts down on the bottom. And then this guy here looks like, yeah, It's also easy when they're broken. You see that? That's what they're supposed to look like. Every friggin' 3rd gen Dodge does it. But now we can get this door off. I'm gonna pull all this as well so that we can get way underneath the carpet. Now, anyone coming in here would probably assume that this is a part out truck. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna get all this stuff vacuumed out as well. All of that, I'm gonna hit that with the vacuum real quick and I'll be right back. There's a little opening down here. So we just kind of started pressing it down and vacuuming it out. That's all that's left. We got all of that vacuumed. Took out any of the dirt that was in the tow hooks because that was bothering me and I didn't want it to be on the floor. This one was caked all the way to about out here. So I'll show you guys the inside of the vacuum and show you what we all got. But she's coming. It's coming together. I didn't get all of it. It's not perfect, but a lot better than what it was. So we're just kind of doing a quick once over of it with the vacuum while everything's out. Here's what we got out of it. See all the dirt and shit. So we are getting something. Getting somewhere. She is all apart. I think that's pretty much all I got to do until he brings me parts. I don't think we're touching the seats or the carpet for a while, but we'll get everything together once everything comes. There you go. Might talk about getting rid of some of the plow stuff too, because like all the plow mount and stuff is in here, and I think he said he sold the plow. I'll get with him on that later. But there she is, all apart. Alright, so a little bit more of changing plans. Remember I told you guys I was going to take off the plow mount? Well, that's exactly what he told me to do. Pull all of this stuff. Anything to do with the plow needs to come off. The front bumper is getting replaced with a 5th gen metal bumper, and then we also have a rear bumper, and then he wants to pull the bed here. So we need to get this bed, everything cleaned out, everything organized. So he's taking the hood. That's gonna go get repainted, and then they're getting fenders painted and whatnot. So I need to start cleaning out everything. We have new mirrors. So these mirrors are going away. He's getting some 4th gen mirrors. They're cheap on Amazon. You can get them for about 150 bucks without the light. But slow and steady. Yeah, basically now we need to clear this thing out and pull the bed. All right, half hour later, everything that was in the truck is in the box. Gonna pull this out, and then I've already vacuumed a lot of this. Might do a little bit more. It actually wasn't that bad. There we go. You guys can't tell, they're redoing the roofs on everything. So but yeah, we're gonna get this pulled out. I'm gonna get the tailgate pulled off. We got everything sitting over here nicely. This is for the fender. So trying to keep everything clean. We'll give everything a good wipe down. We are not gonna scrap or get rid of anything until he brings me the doors, because I need to know if we're keeping the hinges in or whatnot. And then also, I need to go and order the tool for these things. So I just pulled it out of the truck and unscrewed it. But you can see what damage it does to the fender. Obviously this is a junk fender, so it doesn't matter. Wouldn't have done this on any other one. But getting that off, I'm gonna have to get the correct tool for that. So we'll get that on order. I'm gonna get the bumper, the plow, shit off. But she's coming apart pretty good. So next step is gonna get the tailgate. I'll probably pull the bed first, and then, so I gotta get the taillights off and all that, and then we'll pull the bumper. So you can see how bad that is. So we're gonna set aside all the wiring and whatnot. This bumper is basically non-existent, but we're gonna see. So he's coming to descale the frame, and then he wants to do some welding on the frame for the like reinforcements for a gooseneck that he has. So that's where we're at with this thing. So I left my attachment up on the roof too. So I said I was gonna pull the bumper last, but it's already been pulled. I am gonna, well actually, I was gonna save the plastic, but that's going in scrap too. I just need to get the 7-way connector. Bumper's off. Now that we have the bumper off, we can get the bumper bolts off. Okay, that's cool. So we got our license lights. We have the plug for the 7-way, so I gotta grab that. Looks like it has seen better days. I'll ask him if he wants me to wire in another one, because I can do that, but that is completely corroded. Yeah, just a bunch of goodies. There's a glove on that. Now you can really see back there. Look at all the dead bees that were under there disintegrated. They're all gone. Alright, so on these dualies, there you go, you can see that goes up in. And that connects both of these lights. You guys see right there. Harness goes down and in, down in there somewhere. All right, so we got the first half of the bumper off. I saved the bumper bracket. You guys will see these two go in there, and then this one, look how chewed that bolt is. That goes up in the top. Oh, sorry, goes up in the top. I've also gotten so tired of sweeping this thing that I've literally just been vacuuming it. Like every time that makes a mess, I just vacuum it, because if I swept it and tried to throw it away, it wouldn't be that great. So set this stuff over here. Now we'll get the other side. All right, we have safely gotten the bed off without damaging it. We got it on boards. Everything is good. So now we can assess the damage on the bed. Looks like the bed is gone. That's just liner. I thought the bed was in a lot better condition than what it is. Yeah, this thing's pretty wrecked. So we're gonna start, I don't know if he's gonna have me do it or if he's coming to do it, but we're gonna start descaling this. Hey, there's a nut in there. That feels like it's been in there for a while. But we're gonna start descaling this frame. And had I known that we were gonna pull the bed, like that would have made this job easier, the suspension easier. I don't think he knew that we were pulling the bed, but you know what? It is, yeah, it's all down. So when we start the descaling process, we're gonna spray everything with rust inhibitor. And at that point, I don't really know. This is a stainless exhaust, by the way, so there's no point in trying to replace it. It's a good stainless exhaust, minus like a clamp or two. I think this clamp is gone, but besides that, she's all apart. I don't think anything else has to come off this thing unless we decide. We might end up just pulling the, you know what, I might end up just pulling the hitch, because we got to pull all of that out. Yeah. I'm just gonna make the executive decision. Let's get this hitch off real quick. All right, that was absolutely horrible, but we got them out. The Milwaukee Impact did its job. It was just a fight. You can see all the tack welds, they all broke off. So we're gonna try to get this hitch in the air. I've already kinda broken it free. I used a big pry bar to lift up on it. So that's how these go. It lifts up a little bit and then it'll pull out. You can see the see as I jack it up, it will, I'm gonna stand back, but it will create a little bit of a gap here. Gotta break all that rot free, and then we're gonna replace these tabs. This one I think is a tab, but we gotta replace the bolts, and to get to those, they're so stripped, we're just gonna pull it all off. So it helps when you take the bottom bolt out, but there you go, you can see. Now in theory, that should come right off. All right, hitch is off. So we'll be able to get all the scaling and crap. We'll probably vacuum that all out. We'll do what we can. But this makes it a lot easier to get underneath. Be able to reinforce that up a little bit, clean this up. She's coming. I mean, apart, but it's coming. All those leaves were chilling up there. This is a fun one. We'll get her though. Yeah, there's the brake line. We need to, you can see the threads on that. So we'll be getting that as well. Initially he wanted to do that, but somebody did what I did and welded these to the frame. But that's about what we're gonna do for the day on this thing. This thing is all done coming apart. So I will I'll update you guys in the next video when parts start coming. Not sure what he's doing about the tailgate. Assuming he's gonna take that, get that painted. I gotta get the emblems off. And yeah, we'll just leave the rest for the next video. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys need anything, feel free, cpstevemiller.com. We pretty much do anything Cummins related. If you guys have any Power Stroke or Duramax stuff, I will be hoping to expand in January, and we should have a tow truck by the end of the year, if not the end of the month, but we will see. See you guys.